For 6 years, March for the 22 in New Bern has reminded veterans that no matter what they're going through, they never have to walk alone.
March for the 22 is a 22-mile hike with 22-kilometer and 2.2-kilometer options for those that can't hack the full 22 miles. That brings awareness to suicide preventions to our community.
Gotcha. So what's the significance of 22?
There are 22 service members a day on average who take their lives, and so we wanted every part of this hike to really be a nod back to that number. With the rising suicide rates across the military and the veteran community, we want to make it clear that there is never a good justification for taking your own life. No matter how long the road may be, no matter how rainy the day may be, how heavy your pack or your burdens may be, there is always a community around you willing to march with you and hike alongside you.
The hike will take place on Veterans Day, November 11th. This year, participants will start in Havelock and end at the Freshwater Beer Company in New Bern, with stops along the way to start the 22-kilometer, 2.2-mile, and 2.2-kilometer hikes. The full map is available on their website at marchforthe22.us.
What many individuals don't seem to realize is that veterans are integral to a community. Obviously, they serve in the military. They're less than 1% of the population, but what many don't realize is they continue to serve after they get out of uniform. They're coaches, they're teachers, they're volunteers in every organization. More often than not, it's the veterans holding these populations together. And if we can make sure they know they're supported, every community will thrive. March for FOR, the22.us. You're going to see everything there. You can register there. What's cool about this year is you have to register. We need you to sign our liability. But if you don't want to pay, you can walk. It's only $22 for a t-shirt. So this year we're trying to open it up to even more people. I know there will be Marine Corps units, Army units. If you are an active duty Marine listening to this, an active duty soldier, we will give you free registration for your units and free t-shirts. You just have to reach out to us through the webpage. Yeah, it's all there.
Awesome. And then where does the money raised go to?
Everything goes to American Legion Post 539, which, no exaggeration, is the greatest American Legion post in the country. So what happens once it's there is it goes to life-saving programs within Craven County. A lot of folks donate money to organizations and they never know where it goes. Every dime that goes to 539 goes back to the Craven County community.
If people can't make it to this year's walk, what are some other ways that they could support veterans?
There's a lot of ways you can support this year's hike depending upon how you want to do so. If you can't walk with us, that's okay. We would love for you to line the route with a flag and scream. That is the motivation that a lot of these hikers need to finish that 22-mile route. Additionally, American Legion Post 539 would love your donations regardless, this year in particular because of the federal shutdown. Just reach out to those local services to make sure service members have a way to eat.
If someone is doing this walk for the first time, what is some preparation they may want to know beforehand?
Socks and Tylenol. I'm going to recommend you take Motrin when you wake up in the morning before you even start walking. That's going to take off some of the edge. And multiple pairs of socks. You cannot pack enough socks in your pack. I want you to change those socks at every single stop. Get dry socks on those feet. If you want to bring a second pair of tennis shoes, some folks do that. I would also recommend bringing a poncho. Bring some water and bring a couple snacks depending upon how hungry you may get. I recommend granola bars and bananas.
Gotcha. And of course, check the weather ahead of time because it is getting a little bit chilly.
But we will hike. Rain, snow, sun, whatever, we will be out there because the mission doesn't end. No matter how dark the day, we walk together.